Alright. I don't usually play card games very much, so let's give this a shot. Lord of the Rings adventure card game. See how this plays. It is multiplayer. I wonder how microtransaction this is gonna be. I'll just start a single player game. Oh wait, is this actually co-op? We'll do single player for now. Maybe I'll see if I can get someone to
Bilbo
play
waved to the
co-op
Bjorning
with.
guards as he passed into the twilight landscape beyond the gate. A sickle moon was rising, and calm winds moved the grasses. Glóin was to have greeted them at Bjorn's hall, but the old dwarf had not yet arrived. He'd wished to accompany them on their journey through Mirkwood to Erebor. Despite weary feet and a full stomach, Bilbo was in need of an evening stroll, to sing and to think, and hoped to be the first to greet Glóin on the road. Owen, Nori and Bomba were happy to sip the famous mead of the House of Bjorn, especially Bomba. In the quiet way of hobbits, Bilbo moved invisibly through the night. Memories and thoughts of distant friends lay heavy on his heart that evening. The secret longing, the deep, dull ache that would never entirely abate, had grown stronger in recent days.
I'm always a fan of a game that tells me what is written down, and I don't have to read it. A tasty treat. Lost in memory, Bilbo wandered through the meadow and plain until he found himself at the edge of the greenwood in the last rays of the sinking sun. Sense of growth and decay drifted from the tree. A symphony of evening birds and insects was on the air. Bilbo came out, his reverie as out of the corner of his eye he spied a stir of movement. On a nearby branch, bees were busy delivering pollen to a beehive. The Bilbo and Beehive cards are represented by simplified images on the game board. Each image is called a cameo. The Beehive, the Bilbo spies is called an objective. Oh, it's got the old Bilbo image. Alright. Learn more about Bilbo and Beehive. Press X, each cameo will view its card's details.
That honey looks delicious. I'll just have some.
In return, you can take a single action. You may either act with a character or play a card. Since you have no cards right now, let's have Bilbo get the honey. Click Bilbo and then scroll to Beehive and interact. Right?
I'll do the singing. Yeah.
After a character acts, they're exhausted and cannot act again until the next round. To resolve an objective, use the character's willpower. Bilbo has 1, which isn't enough to resolve the Beehive this round. Objective effects is described in the card's text. Pay careful attention to that. You know what each card does. God, why does that do that? It always keeps on beeping out and in. Alright. I guess we're supposed to view the card's details. Am I holding or am I just pressing?
Oh, I can almost taste it.
Okay. All of your exotic characters ready at the start of each round. Bilbo has almost resolved the Beehive objective. Give it one more go to get the honey. Alright. Okay, so I have to cancel. Okay. We want to attack.
I've got it!
As the objective text says, resolve the beehive, adds a honeycomb to your hand. You can press X to examine the card in your hand. Okay. Restores 1 shield to 1 character. Alright then. In the round, hit RB to navigate to the in-face button, and then left stick to select the button and A to confirm. I have to cancel and go over. Alright. Bees are none too happy with billboards. Swarms emerge to defend their hive.
Oh, my stars!
Bilbo must defend himself against the bees. Combat is based on attack value, which is the blue symbol. Bilbo has 2 attack value. Each character and enemy is health valued by the red, and a unit falls to 0, it is defeated. So I have 8 and they each have 2. Bilbo press 8. Bilbo to attack a bee swarm. Remember, after a character acts, they're exhausted for the next round. Okay, so if I go first, I'll insta-kill one of them.
Lazy lob!
And then they'll attack me. Zarkord's influence is everywhere, including in the adversaries you face. From the mightiest dragon to even these lowly bees, each time you act, Sauron may take an action in response. What?
Ow! That hurt!
What is this? 10th round, hit RB to navigate to in phase, press continue. I don't know why it doesn't just loop over to the next round once all actions are taken, but I guess. So we'll defeat the first beehive, so I'm guessing the honey is gonna give us 1 HP back. You can have healing properties, heal Bilbo. Press A on the honeycomb card from your hand into the game board. And let's give honey to Bilbo. Playing card is an action, like engaging an objective or attacking an enemy. After you take an action, Sauron may take an action of its own.
I'm starting to regret taking that honey.
Only 1 bee swarm remains, defeated to end the tutorial.
Yeah!
I'm not gonna read that, it's just explaining what I just did. Alright. We're in the Third Age of Autumn 3006.
Impatient to greet his old friend Glowin, who was expected on the Old Forest Road, Bilbo left Bjorn's Hall to wander the approaches of Mirkwood. After raiding a bee's hive for an after-dinner snack, he continued onward, eyes scanning the path ahead for the face of his old friend. Bilbo was so eager to see Glowin that he lost track of time, and soon the light began to dim. With the setting sun, the sounds of the Wilderlands came alive, with the clicks, calls, and squawks of creatures more attuned to nocturnal activity. Too late, Bilbo noticed the impending shroud of darkness.
Oh, my stars!
He exclaimed.
I seem to have gotten all turned around!
Suddenly there was a snapping sound from the trees nearest Bilbo. He froze, staring at the tree nervously. But a soothing voice spoke softly from behind Bilbo.
Greetings, friend of the elves.
Much to Bilbo's relief, it was Arwen of Rivendell, accompanied by a tall woodland elf.
I am Legolas, son of Thranduil, whom you know well.
In the books, Bilbo didn't meet Legolas till much later, but
I will gladly accept assistance from the elves.
It is fortunate that we found you, elf friend.
Neither the folk of Rivendell nor of Thranduil's Hall shall fail you.
I'm guessing they're go for more of the old books illustration on these characters, because that's kind of what Legolas looks like in the books. Your 3 heroes are essential to your quest. Do your best to protect them. If they're all removed from the game, your quest fails. You start every quest with 5 cards. To examine a card in your hand, press X. Select the card in your hand. Details. Yep. Each card has its own ability, but for now the important thing is the cost. Each round you gain 3 resources that you spend to play a card. Any resource that you don't spend carry over each round. It's easy to play inexpensive cards, but you'll need to save up to play more expensive ones.
My old friend Glowin awaits me on the old forest road. Will you kindly assist me in finding the trail?
You have certainly gotten yourself lost, little friend.
Hold fast. I fear we are not alone.
You must find the path to continue your journey. The goal will advise you on what you must complete to advance your story. When you complete necessary tasks, the goal will update automatically. You can press Y, the location banner at the time, to check your current goal. Alright. Those are an important part way of many locations. When they appear, resolve them by using your characters to apply progress and advance in your quest.
We must find a path past these creatures.
Alright, so I should be getting... The game is played in rounds. Each round has several phases, which always start with upkeep. Okay, any card with upkeep keyword performs its ability during this phase. An upkeep ability will always trigger if its conditions are met. Restores 1 health to 1 character and deals 1 damage. The glow surrounds each eligible target. To choose a target, use the D-pad to select the target's row, then the left stick or D-pad to select the target and press A to confirm. You may also press X to examine target before choosing. Alright, so we'll go over
creatures!
Thou insult since that's 4. Arwen's upkeep ability did not trigger because none of your characters are wounded.
I have some healing art, should there be need.
At the start of every round, you and Sauron each gain resource that are spent to play cards.
We must weigh our options carefully.
I got my 3 points. After upkeep is the action phase, as the game name suggests, is where the bulk of the gameplay occurs. Most card effects only happen during this phase, so always be sure to read your cards carefully. During the action phase, you can take a single action for a turn. You may either act with the character or play a card. After you perform an action, Sauron will take his turn to perform an action in response. You and Sauron continue to take turns until you both run out of actions or choose to pass. At that point, the round ends. The end phase button ends your turn for the round. Once you press the A button, you cannot perform any more actions until the next round. The current round ends. If Sauron passes also. If not, he will finish his actions first. One more thing. Besides your heroes, 2 card types are available to you on the quests, which affect your characters or enemies and allies who aid you on your journey.
We have friends in this forest.
Let's start with playing an ally. Left stick select hand, left stick D-pad, choose card which you want to play, and confirm. What do these cards do? Deal 2 damage to 1 unwounded enemy. Oh, I guess it wants me to play this card. What does that do? That doesn't tell me what it does. Oh, these are heroes. Okay.
My eyes see everything.
An ally is not as powerful as a hero, but can be of great use on your quest nonetheless. Illithin Lookout is a good ally with decent ability scores, though no special text. You can have 7 characters in play at one time. Sauron can have up to 8. Of course he can. Sauron can play cards too. Playing card counts as his action for the turn, just like you, Fern. Sauron can play a special kind of objective called a hazard. Each one triggers a negative effect until you resolve it or leave this location. Thick webs exhaust every ally that enters play. Normally an ally is ready when you enter play. This means you can use them to take actions on your turn. But while Thick Web is active, it exhausts every new ally that enters play. They can't take an action until they are ready next round.
Just like old times.
Now it's your turn. Choose what you'd like to do. Attack an enemy, engage either the hazard or the objective, or play a card from your hand. So I have 1 point left. We'll save it. And while we save it,
I'll do the stinging.
take that in out. Rats has an end of round effect. This means that if this enemy is wounded but not defeated by the time you and Sauron will pass, it will restore 1 health.
This forest is alive with vermin.
So he has no points. I still have 1 point. What does the spear wall do? They don't have much for shield. There's 2 HP to 1 character. Probably 1. I don't know what progress does, but all right. We'll just keep on the attack. So most of my people can't really do a significant amount of damage. Let's do another attack or the spider.
Rivendell!
Now my next turn I'll use one of my 2 damagers to wipe it out. Alright, so he passed, but he can't play any more cards. And
You would die before
we'll
your
take a
stroke.
stab at the objective. Alright, so we pretty much have everything done. I'll just end my phase and get 4 points next round. Alright.
Let us pause and consider our next step.
If a card has an ability that explicitly states this round, the effect expires at the end of the round it is played in. Everyone should be ready now. When a character is wounded, you can use Arwen's upkeep ability to restore 1 HP to a character of your choice. The glow surrounds each eligible target.
I shall tend to the wounded.
Okay, so she used her upkeep. And Legolas is gonna get his free attack. Sauron draws up to 5 cards every round, but he can only play them if he has enough resources spent. He gets 4? You always find the path to continue your journey. So the path has 9 more damage. What do you do? Exhaust 1 random enemy. No. I damaged the rat, but I can take care of the spiderweb thing on arrival. So Yeah. Oh, I was about to say I should be able to.
We come riding.
Yeah, you got an arrival. Ah! Wait, his ability didn't activate? If you're exhausted, their abilities don't activate? That's kind of bullcrap. Whatever, I guess. Let's kill the rat.
Oh, Rivendell!
So he got rid of his guard.
You would die before your stroke fell.
Sauron's playing a hatchling spider. I can just take out the hatchling spider right away. He's playing a card. None of our people are super injured. Let's just... Why can't he attack those? Wonder why he can't attack those. That's weird.
May the trees be my guide.
Oh, that's a revenge when he's defeated. Alright. Kind of annoys me that I can't, Alright. Let's heal our archers some more. And I'll get a free hit. We'll use a free hit on this guy. I gotta take out that... I gotta take out the... I can't attack the web thing? Oh, the heroes are the only ones allowed to attack non-monsters? Ugh. Kinda crappy. No, not you.
A red sun rises.
He does 2 damage. Oh, because the... No, wait. Okay. That's not a hero, but I was able to attack at that time.
For Rivendell!
That better affected him, too. Okay, let's get this guy out of here. Deal 1 damage to every ally. What? Also, what does this card do? +2 for each player. Oh. Wait, that better not be for him. I got 1 resource left. I can't out. No, they don't really have an enemy, so we'll end this phase. Let's get our hero healed up. So that'll make it so Sauron loses 1 resource. When does he do that? He does that on a rifle. So yeah, let's do that right now.
Where are we going next?
Reduce Sauron's resources. And let's just start taking out the objective.
Lazy lob! Let's do this!
For Rivendell!
Each quest involves traveling to multiple locations. When you travel, beware. Every enemy that isn't exhausted at your current location will attack, and any end effect will trigger.
The old forest road is no longer safe. I
no.
must warn Glowin.
You've completed the goal for this location and may proceed to the next one. I thought the thing still had 1 HP left, but alright. The travel RB to enter travel menu. Travel, I guess.
I sense something strange has befallen Mirkwood.
Legolas observed as silence descended upon the forest. Arwen agreed, adding,
Let us continue along the path, but remain vigilant should these creatures return.
Bilbo sensed something as well. An increasing feeling of being watched, of an unknown observer lurking nearby.
I feel the eyes of the forest on me.
He whispered. Arwen and Legolas glanced at each other in worry, for they had sensed this for some time now. Alas, before they could do anything about it, more spiders dropped from hidden webs above to attack.
More of the foul beasts descend!
Beware that creature. I mark it to be greater than its brethren.
Most of the enemies you face are minions, but sometimes Sauron will send special foes against you called villains. They're more powerful than minions, and defeating them is often critical to the success of your quest. In this case, you must defeat the Dark Weaver. It won't be easy since the villain will exhaust one of your allies each round, and remember you can't take an action with an exhausted character. Final encounter, defeat the Dark Weaver to complete your quest. Alright. So I kept everyone, but they didn't get all their health back, which is kind of disappointing. Then Legolas, let's just hit him with damage as much as we can. Alright. Oh yeah, we got 6 points. He's got 7? Seriously? Alright, so I'll restore 2 HP to a character on arrival, so let's summon her. You must make room to add this character to your party, select an ally to replace or cancel to keep the current lineup. Let's replace you for now.
How may I serve?
Alright, let's give Legolas his 2 HP back. Yeah, I figured that would have hit. Alright, so let's start working on some of these ads. Damn, that exhaustion hit me hard. Oh damn, he has 0 attack. I didn't know that. So what do we... What's he do? So he's just basically a bait character then. Alright. So that'll get rid of 2 of their attack. So we'll wait till next round and then just get rid of all their attack right at the start. That way they won't be able to do anything. I'll just keep working on him then. Yeah, I lost the character. I was expecting to. Alright. Grant 1 resource to Sauron for each ally and play limited 3.
For Rivendell!
A red sun
Sauron.
rises!
Sauron passed. Alright. We'll end the phase for now. So let's restore... You took some. Let's keep Bilbo's health raising up. And let's let's just get that free damage off. Bear in mind that you only need to defeat the Dark Weaver. You may deal with the other enemies as you see fit, or even ignore them. He gets 13 points? Jesus. I'm gonna cast Spear Wall. Make it so they can't do damage. Alright, so he's basically added this for a turn. Let's restore some HP. Let's get this guy back up to 3. Deal 1 damage to every exhausted character. I guess I should have raised his HP up. Alright. So now I'll just work on our spider guy. I'll just take that guy out right now.
Before your stroke fell.
Jesus. Bilbo, take him out. So they reduce my guard. I got 1 point left. Let's...
To the defense of the men!
Alright, I can deal 2 damage to 1 unwounded, so that's this guy. Darn fast. Let's take him out.
For Rivendell!
Do some more damage. Do some more damage. Hey, just got 5 cards back. Alright, so let's get you up 1 HP. Get my free damage out. Then we'll finish him off with this attack.
We have vanquished the beasts. Come, my friends. I see the path ahead.
For days, a strange pull had drawn the creature towards the forest's edge. Desire drove it on. The creature missed the cool air and precious darkness under stone. Yet for years it had roamed the wilderland, faithfully searching, hunting, craving. A nearby noise attracted its attention, and the creature slid through the branches to investigate. As it peered out of the trees onto a small trail, its ancient heart began to beat rapidly. For there it stood, the thief, the forever cursed. Finally, Baggins.
Oh, that was tutorial 1. Guess we're fighting Golem next. So we'll do the second tutorial, and then I'll probably call it for this.
Having dispatched the spiders, Arwen and Legolas led Bilbo back to the Old Forest Road.
I thank you, my friends, for rescuing a lost old hobbit,
He said,
What's this talk of being lost?
called a voice from up the trail.
Glowin!
Bilbo cried with joy, for it was he at last.
Hello, my old friend!
Glowin gestured to the stout companion at his side.
This is my son, Gimli, who has traveled with me from the Lonely Mountain.
The younger dwarf nodded to Bilbo, but eyed the elves warily.
Well met.
Came his gruff response. Arwen nodded in respect to both dwarves.
With Bilbo in the charge of these strong companions, we shall take our leave. We have business elsewhere, and a meeting of our own to keep.
Bilbo was sad to see the elves go, as he much liked their presence. but he was eager to relive old tales over food and drink with Glowin at Bjorn's warm hearth. The elves departed silently into the woods, while Bilbo and the dwarves made down the forest path.
The trees of Mirkwood bring back memory of my younger days.
I'll be glad to join the feast at Bjorn's Hall. I look forward to meeting Bjorn himself. Snakes block our path. I thought this road was safe.
No longer, I'm afraid.
Alright, what we got? Fend off the creatures of the night for 4 rounds. Like Alder attacks the character with the lowest current health. Defense and guard are among the most important concepts of the game. Let's explore them further. Let Golan to see his card's details. Defense grants a character the guard keyword until they take an action or attack. To activate this, for Glorn, use the left stick or D-pad to select the cameo rose, then D-pad select Glorn, then press X followed by Y to activate defense. Jesus. Alright, so we gotta press X, then press Y.
Stand back, you two!
Melee attacks can only be directed at units that have guard active. When units have the guard keyword activating, a melee attack can only be directed at them. Also, when units with guard active are attacked in melee, they deal their attack value and counter damage, basically. After a unit with guard's attacks or exhausted, the guard effect
We will
ends.
face them together, old friend.
Some units have conditional abilities. Gimli gains an attack bonus the first time a character takes damage each round. So this ability activates when Gloin was damaged. See Gimli's details, select him. Yep. Use Gimli to defeat the Rock Adder.
You will not harm my father and live, beast! Baruch Khazar!
Now finish the round. On your turn, you can use Bilbo to take an action or play a card from your hand. Let's... Oh, I can just finish these guys off, I guess.
Stinging.
I have to fend them off for 4 rounds. Which I still have 3 points right now. What else we got? Apply 2 progress. Doesn't look like they have abilities. So let's... I guess I can't use Secret Path. Interesting. Alright. Go to someone.
My axe swings true.
And then we'll use Axe Hand to guard. Creature of the Night is locked in timed objective. This means you cannot interact with it. Instead, it counts down by 1 automatically each round until it's resolved. Fend out the Creatures of the Night for 3 more rounds. Alright, so it's just a time gap. That's a little bit annoying, but not much you can do. By Forest Protectors see the guard keyword function. Alright.
Those with the power for good.
Well met, friend elf.
So he's automatically set for guard. Since Forest Protector is guard active, Forest Spider couldn't attack any other target, and also suffered repercussion damage. Being attacked ended Forest Protector's guard ability for the round. Continue playing through the round. Remember, each time you take an action, Siren can take one in response. Alright. So let's just wipe that spider out. Heal attack. And I got the repercussion hit on him.
He looks more like a grocer than a burglar.
And Tharn will just finish him off. Not really afraid of the hatching spider because I can just take him out with Bilbo. The forest spider. That'd give me 1 extra damage, which will just be enough to finish this guy off.
In wandering, I find peace.
Oh, I should have known he would have died. That was my bad. It means the guard keywords too to function the same with your characters. So this guy is basically gonna be dead no matter what I do. So I might as well just use them to hit.
I depart.
Been out with creatures 2 more rounds. That's fine. When you use guard keyword during upkeep, they activate defense as a free action. Some units have the range keyword to play Jarlwolf to see how the function works. Okay, I guess I'm playing Jarlwolf. The unit with the range keyword ignores guard when attacking. Use Jarlwolf to ignore spider guard and attack Munch Adder instead.
What's before me?
That's cool. Let's actually put you in guard. And then again, we won't be able to do enough damage with that attack. I can't use Secret Pass, whatever the hell that is. But I'll be able to... This guy does 2 damage, so let's take him out first. So Sauron just got himself 3 points. Alright. Now finish this guy off. Now he's gotta survive for 1 more round. Some cards like Yawful are unique. This means you can only have 1 copy on them and play at a time. Oh, they got that star on them. Okay. Alrighty then. So, if units have the flying keyword active, you cannot target them with melee attacks. However, you can use range attacks. To fight flying units, use Jarl to defeat the Bat Swarm. I kind of want to put him in guard first. But I gotta do what the tutorial says, I guess.
What's before me?
Some units have a revenge keyword, which triggers the effect when the unit is defeated. So... he got 3 I can't replace Jarl with Jarl, I guess. That kind of sucks. Oh yeah, Alright. That seems like a good play. Oh, I can't exhaust one of my heroes. Alright, so we exhaust him. Then we bring him back. Second effect threat. This is a good time to learn about threats and threat meters. Threat is a measure of the risk you face during a quest. Sauron directs more attention towards you as the number grows. If you reach 50 threat, your quest fails. Really? Your starting threat is equal to the combined value from the 3 heroes you bring in the quest. You must press X any one of your heroes to see the health value at the top left corner. Normally your starting threat is calculated at the start of the quest, but we'll do it now. During the quest, you gain 1 threat at the end of each round. Some cards like Spies of Shadow can add even more. The Spies of Shadow end ability. Threat meter contains 3 events, malicious effects that Sauron used to harm or hinder you. In your journey, each triggers on upkeep the round after your threat level reaches the threat event value on the meter. Most quests have at least 3 threat events. Let's add some for you to look over and get an idea of what they're like. So press right trigger to highlight threat meter and then select the threat event. Press A to open details. Someone's one giant spider. Your quest fails. Yep. Alrighty then. Alright. Still can't use that. Kind of annoys me. I don't have enough for I'll have to use Spear Wall on my next run. So, first of all, let's take out the bat. Let's start working on these guys. When units have the guard keyword active, not only can't you make melee attacks on anyone else, you also can't engage any objectives. Yep, I figured as much. Exhausted units cannot have flying active. While exhausted, the unit lands can be attacked by anyone. Alright, well, I have to wait till next round, so we're gonna end the phase. You complete the goal for this location. Travel now to avoid the looming threat. Summon one giant spider. Alright. If you don't travel promptly after completing the location goal, you draw Sauron's ire in the form of the looming threat. A locked hazard that produces an increased amount of threat every round. So +1 threat, increased by +1 every round. You can't engage or resolve the looming threat. The best way to deal with it is simply avoid it. Travel before it appears. When you travel, the readied enemies can attack and end effect triggers, so it's a good idea to neutralize enemies and remove end effects before you travel. Giant spider is a problem. Use Jarl to deal with it. Okay. Since Jarl made a ranged attack, the reciprocal damage from the giant spider's guard ability didn't trigger. Oh. Go ahead and play the Woodland Courier.
I bring news from Rivendell.
You can use willpower for more than just engaging objectives. You can also use trigger fate events, miraculous effects that aid you on your quest. Fate meter shows any available fate events. Most quests have at least 3. Let's add one now for you to check out. Use left trigger to highlight the fate meter, and then press A to open details. River Daughter's Aid. Gain 1 daughter of the Nimrodel. Restore HP to 1 hero. Okay, press X. Apply 1 progress. Add this character's card value to the fate meter. Press X. Details. Press X. Oh, that's the progress card, so that's what the secret face. This doesn't affect the character's score, but it does exhaust them. This also counts as an action for your turn. You spend your previous turns adding the fate to the fate meter. Now let's use the trigger the fate event. Use left trigger to highlight the fate meter and then select the Riverdale Daughter Aid with A. Use A to trigger the fate event. Okay. Trigger, I guess? Oh, it's a free action? Cool.
The water.
Some cards have a special ability called Power. Use X to open Daughters and Emerald's detail video. A Power's unique ability they can activate once per round. Use X and A to activate her power to heal a character. Okay. You're pretty injured over here. Use power and action exhausts the character unless the card text states otherwise. If you need resources to play more cards, Bill can steal them from Sauron. Now he gets a steal ability. Alright. So X. No, that's not what I want. I want X and
Takes
A.
me back to my old days as a burglar.
You've played the goal of this location. Travel now to avoid the looming threat.
The creature hesitated. It would have struck without mercy, had not that filthy dwarf been with Baggins. The creature feared the strength of dwarves. Fortunately, it knew of a safer way to snare its prey, for the creature had made friends in the forest over the years. It had learned their chittering tongue, and they'd helped each other in dark deeds. Noiselessly, under shadowed boughs, the creature slid off to plead with the lady of the nearby brood. Tasty flesh it would offer her. For himself, the creature desired only a tiny thing. A trinket, the smallest of things.
I guess we still got stuff to do. Some fanny thrower friends only appear at a single location. Be on the lookout for them. They can make a big difference in how easily you progress through the location. To spot them on the meter, look for the reverse color scheme of the square backplate. Sometimes the location specified threat level will share a position with standard one. The two will overlap, but you can view and play them separately. The majority of your cards belong to one of the 4 spheres of the influence. Each sphere is particular area to emphasize. Leadership represents the ability to inspire and command others. The spear focuses on gaining resources and supplying allies. Leadership cards are jack of all trades, but masters of none. Lore represents wisdom and specialized knowledge. This spear focuses on healing characters, exhausting enemies, and managing your card draw. Lore cards have decent attack, but low health. Spear represents strength and will aspects of supernatural. The spear focuses on managing threats, actions, manipulating, and building combos. Spear cards have strong willpower, but low attack. The frogs in the background are a little annoying, but tactical represent martial prowess and tactical skills. There's so much reading. The spear focuses on combat, managing directed damage. Tactical cards have strong attacks, but low willpower. Some player cards are neutral. They belong to no sphere of influence. Could be included in any deck. Okay. So I got 4 points, so let's just get rid of a bunch of their attacks. Good, I took damage. What is this? One rocket to hear adder enters play. That's a snake. Oh, so it just spawns a snake every round. That sounds like something I want to get rid of.
Fair maiden, I come to you.
I'll do the stinging. Yeah!
Details. Let's raise my meter a little bit. What does that do? End of turn increases the threat by 1. Great. Just great.
Good.
Oh, that was it for the quest. I just needed to destroy
Fighting
that rock.
shoulder to shoulder with dwarves
Okay.
brought a familiar stirring to Bilbo's heart. He paused, remembering times and companions who were now only a memory. He sighed, breaking his own reverie. Suddenly and silently, Arwen strode onto the path. Behind her was another elf who Bilbo had not met before. The way they appeared suddenly unnerved Bilbo, but if the dwarves had any reaction, they kept it to themselves.
Greetings, friends.
She said.
This is Rosiel of the Woodland Realm.
What happened to Legolas?
Asked Bilbo. Arwen smiled, nodding her head.
The forest path has become unsafe. He carries word of this back to the Elven King.
We must make our way to Bjorn's Hall.
And report the same.
Glowin added.
Let us make haste.
Bilbo went to take up his pack, only to discover that it was missing.
Stars! I've misplaced my pack! And my sword as well! I must find them!
He fumbled subconsciously for the ring that he once wore around his neck, but was no longer there.
Okay, the quest is done. Alright, well, got through 2 tutorials. I would just play through all these and then get to the main game, but there's some story involved. If anyone watches this, I'm sure they'll probably want to see the story too. Alright. So, if this gets any views at all, I'll probably be making another episode, but if it doesn't get any, I'll probably just play through the tutorials and then see where we go from there. Yeah, that's it for this game. Later.